Request from viewer is, what do you think will happen next? You can also comment your opinion. Thank you to all the subscribers of our coin series who came to our channel Coin Series. You will always be info with the latest Coin Series news. Option 1, will there be a settlement of XRP and XRP? Option 2, or XRP will win. Option 3, or SEC will win. Please like my video and subscribe my channel. The Coin Series channel is pleased to have you back. To kick off this discussion, the author claims that, ever since their inception, XRP and Ripple have failed to entice as many developers as Bitcoin and Ethereum. If Ripple's and other crypto mainstays were to prevail in court, it would encourage more skilled programmers to get on. Clearly, the SEC lawsuit had a significant influence. The XRP ledger implementation was one of these, and David will explain why. But that's not all there is to the tale. Although the XRP ledger is home to some truly remarkable people who are putting in countless hours to build out the network and its infrastructure, app activity is lower than on rival chains. The interviewer's decision to bring this up is really fantastic, in my opinion. Following the conclusion of the SEC litigation against Ripple Labs, the initial thought that comes to mind is: has there been a high rate of adoption from financial institutions? Additionally, David thinks that institutions are slow to adopt blockchain technology, especially when it comes to blockchain interactions. That is the key difference. We aren't talking about a bank putting some Bitcoin on the books here, rather, we're talking about moving your company's operations, namely your payments business, on the blockchain. This can escalate into a big problem if the rules aren't clear. The arrival of regulators like Gary Gensler at your door at inconvenient hours might take you by surprise. We often assume, cool, we'll just put some money in here and use it, when we find an interesting application, but overcoming these hurdles is far more difficult due to many issues with security, client funds, and other factors. The aim of Ripple is totally absurd when compared to other games. It is important to recognize that. In addition, he points out that institutions have a very hard time staying in compliance with laws when they try to utilize the decentralized exchange and other XRP ledger features in a blocking context. You are completely uninformed about the boundaries of legal compliance. A thoughtful follow-up question from the interviewer: how was your ability to ultimately bring in clients impacted by the SEC lawsuit? Side chains, which are like Zoho, but with smart contracts, are their ultimate aim, and David says that the first one makes that goal obvious. So, you can keep your business afloat on the side chain as you develop further features, privacy-related or otherwise. But the problem starts when you want the easily connected liquidity and functionality of XRP. Challenging at best. Delisted token environments do not allow users who use Coinbase, Nance, or any of the other prominent exchanges to interact with XRP. Furthermore, it introduces a considerable amount of difficulties. As far as I can tell, the current flurry of activity surrounding anti-money laundering measures, stable currencies, and other XRP-related initiatives is due to his ability to catch up and implement ideas that were unrealistic during their battle with the SEC. As was the case for a while, David suggests buying and holding XRP in case you are unable to create an account on Coinbase. That was a big hurdle in the path to the strategy that established the framework for the present procedure. Unexpectedly, the RippleNet side, which is Ripple's main business, was mostly untouched. The bulk of their agreements were unaffected. The MoneyGram transaction was likely an anomaly, though. That catastrophic failure forced them to cut ties with MoneyGram and withdraw their investment. Many people were disappointed and thought it was a big deal. Plus, there was the matter of the items malfunctioning. Ripple was spending millions per quarter just to get it rolling. From what we could tell, they were unable to triumph over that challenge. At this very second, a trend toward different types of businesses and SMEs was noticeable. However, the huge MoneyGram deal, which involved a publicly listed firm, was a complete failure. It could have been caused by the SEC case. With additional time, maybe they could have finished. I must admit, I am uncertain. It was undeniably a huge public humiliation and disappointment, though. You go on to ask about hooks, You have been involved in the testing of a new feature called hooks, which might lead to the development of smart contracts. After that, David fixes the record. He asserts that our role in the development of hooks was minor. The possibility that the XRP ledger might temporarily handle it was even considered. And it stays wonderful, but this is a big change. There are two major ways in which this poses a threat. As a first and foremost obvious consequence, it taints the XRP ledger. Many people are worried about the potentially tremendous repercussions of any proposed changes or adjustments since the problem is worth billions of dollars. But the real threat, in my opinion, lies in the second place. His words are as follows. In addition, we hope the XRP ledger is payment-friendly, including hooks might make it more similar to Ethereum. The blockchain will become overloaded, scalability will be problematic, and costs can potentially explode when smart contract transactions are many. There will be problems as a result of it. In the event that the promotion of this blockchain revolves around the promise of fast and inexpensive payments. As far as my understanding goes, it is correct. Consider the effect on Ripple's business. Indeed, there are a number of top-notch smart contract blockchains out today that are well-suited to deal with issues like these. In contrast, the XRP ledger is very good at a small set of tasks. I have faith that you will succeed if you continue down this path. I completely agree with David, protecting that and keeping a lead there are of the utmost importance. Remembering your competitive advantages is critical since, without them, your smart contract blockchain would just be another one, and it probably wouldn't be the greatest. Nevertheless, the one that follows is unimportant. I couldn't agree with him more. However, it never fails to anger me. Ripple has had reputational issues in the past due to his links to the XRP Army. David goes on to remark that it is definitely a blessing and a curse, and I'll tell you a humorous story about it. This week, we watched Brad Garland selling his Miami house for $18.5 million, and Chris Larson, who is hostile to anything linked to environmental, social, and governance, ESG, burning energy, can afford to live on a boat for $2 million. A tremendous boon to him. I'll admit it, it seems like the XRP Army is doing more good than harm for Ripple. Indeed, some shit happens on the internet, and he may encounter Muppets on Twitter who have opinions that differ from his own. He appears unconcerned by the fact that it would be insane to carry on functioning in this habitat while gazing at the SEC case. You have such a basic belief in its long-term value that it sustains the XRP Army. No other cryptocurrency would have someone be so naive as to do that. Does it make sense to you? They buy Miami mansions, yachts, and Porsches with the money they receive via international wire transfers. They charge that much for XRP. Bro, don't side with the enemy, is a famous adage that comes to mind while thinking about this. That is all I am saying. Feel free to share anything with us. While we're Twitter conversing as the XRP Army, feel free to attack whomever you like, including myself. While interacting with a third party, be sure to update the record so it accurately reflects the current situation. More than simply XRP are at stake for Ripple in this endeavor. Armies of defense. Regarding it, I will let you know. This inquiry can be accepted. One may argue that this is the primary dish. Many platform developers reach out to us, including those from Ethereum and Cosmos. It still looks like a Ripple, though. Elise, was it just another example of the same kind of developer conversation for a while? Look at the current events by accessing those blockchains. Presently, no one outside of XRP, including third parties and developers, is working on anything. Furthermore, David brings forward some reasonable points. He claims that although decentralized exchanges and NFT platforms are already present on the XRP ledger, they are more often created on other systems. Thus, he thinks that's not the best environment for dApps. You may go on and state that other feature sets, such smart contracts, are lacking from it. I can tell you this, though, if you examine XRP's posture. We may safely presume that most developers would prefer not to be associated with top schools, given how difficult and time-consuming working with them is. You want to launch a retail app that is ready to succeed right now. Furthermore, XRP has never been promoted for anything other than its use as a payment mechanism or coin. But there's a lot of room for growth, and XRP has the potential to accomplish such remarkable things. Compared to Ethereum, where one may build anything, it isn't very sturdy. Still, you have a lot of potential. However, in my perspective, the visuals of payments, coin payments, are unconnected. They aren't considered a use case by many. At this very second, I think DeFi and games will have a big future, but for now they're just a sideshow. At least for the time being, it is limited to monetary transactions and does not apply to artificial intelligence systems. Also, in my opinion, that puts off would-be programmers. Work is underway on the upcoming Uniswap. You can build anything with Maker, Aave, or any other tool you have available and some money. Is Satoshi's original plan to build a decentralized payment system still feasible? As icing on the cake, David revised his original question to include the question, is that a fantastic use case for blockchains? My guess is yes. I think there's a lot of unrealized potential in that use case, however, it is only chilly right now. We will probably come back to it in a bit. Payments will start rolling in after that. It seems to reason that the XRP ledger should be at the top, as it was designed specifically to process cross-currency payments and liquidity provisions, as David points out. In addition, it has been expertly tailored to fit that particular purpose. Even though the ledger is designed for the idea of fast and cheap payments, nobody is trying to create payment solutions at the moment. On top of that, I feel like that really damages it. Still, I anticipate that the focus will refocus on the first blockchain challenge, which was payments in a decentralized system, since I firmly believe that it will be a monster. There won't be just one leader, XRP himself will take the lead. The frontrunner in that application situation. It's novel. Nothing else is comparable. I adore it. Because of the details, it will be easy to pay for. When the business begins to heat up once more. Yes, I do believe that. It is not borne out by any evidence. Assuming that money isn't going to be an issue, what do you have in store for me going forward? These supplementary feature sets will probably change the game drastically, in my opinion. But I think the real key would be to add large stable cash to the XRP ledger. Along with that, there will be an abundance of events to witness. Those two additions to the XRP ledger, in my opinion, greatly increase the possibility of amazing things happening. You shouldn't assume that a stable coin will be added or that M would miraculously arise. Together, though, the possibilities are nearly endless, which is why I think they will spark a great deal of building. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. I beg you once more, please like and subscribe. Catch you later, farewell.